Wilson comes into the Avon tournament as a tough game, very physical match, and they're coming out with the 2-3 zone. It seems like Avon had a little bit of a problem with the 2-3 zone. Just talk me through the game today and how Avon did.
Well, I think part of our problem is we're undersized, so we don't really have a post presence, so we struggle to get the ball down into the post. When we do get into the post, we don't always finish well, so we have to depend more on our perimeter game. And I thought they did a pretty good job of getting out on shooters for the most part. So once that happens, that forces us to make extra passes, and we struggle with that at times. I think fundamentally, we have to work on some things to try to create offense. That's why we try to get out and try to get stuff in transition. We got a rebound to do that. We didn't rebound as well out of our zone as I would have liked to. We gave up a lot of weak side rebounds and second and third opportunities, and therefore we weren't able to run. I was pleased with what we did in our press offense. I thought we created some opportunities, but
absolutely.
But I think we're still a work in progress in that regard.
With Brenna Donegan, she's a great shooter. She had she had a 7 or 8 point straight buckets on her behalf to put Avon back in the game. You guys really did fight hard, though. You didn't lay down and die. What do you think your team needs to do to take that final step to walk away with a victory after they fight back?
Well, and I told them that. I just told them that in the locker room, that I was proud of the way that they hung
Absolutely.
in there and fought back and made that run. I think it's consistency, really. We do things in spurts, and that starts right with the intensity, the mental part of the game. I think, our focus isn't as consistent as it needs to be. We have a lot of fun-loving characters who, don't always their attention spans aren't always what they need to be, therefore their focus isn't, their intensity isn't, and that's when we tend to have lapses and make fundamental mistakes. When they're focused and playing hard, we're athletic enough so that I know we can play with and beat good teams, but we have to sustain it over 32 minutes, and we don't do that. We haven't done that yet. And I think that's our biggest challenge, is to be more consistent, and really in all aspects, and it starts with the mental aspect, the focus, the intensity.
You have a tough group of girls, though. I mean, these girls get on the ground, they hustle, they're not afraid to bang with anybody in the league. What inspires that toughness? It's a very obvious tough team that you have this year.
Yeah, they are. Like I said, we've got good athletes. They're athletic, and they're quick for the most part. And I think they play other sports, soccer in particular. So I think the contact doesn't bother them necessarily, but I think we need to carry that over into other phases of the game. We will bump and grind and get on the floor at times, but then at other times where we don't put a body on somebody and grab a rebound like we need to, or we're not as aggressive in our traps or cutting off the sideline. So I think we have to kind of channel that into other phases of the game, and if we do that, I think we have the potential to be pretty good.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a question.